Hello everyone, welcome back to my week 2 game. Still playing my 3-faction list, and we've got my opponent's playing Guardians. Sorry, my opponent's playing APOC, and he's got like standard APOC list. You can see my list here if you're interested. I got Bill, Blue Marvel, Sam, Strange with the Gem, Echo, Moondragon with the Gem, Nova, Shang, Star-Lord, Toad. Can play all 3 factions with this list. Still working out the crisis choices. And tweaking it after every game, finding things I don't like. I got Assemble, Call for Backup, Chi Mastery, Indom, Mystic Ward, Pentagrams, Recal, Sack, Survival, and Warpath. You might ask why there's no Guardians like affiliated cards here. I just don't really like Galaxy's Greatest that much. I think it's a lot better if you're playing like a Yondu or a Cosmic Ghost Rider. But my team's pretty scenario focused, even the Guardians side, so I don't find I get a ton of value out of it. Alright, we can keep going. My opponent won priority here. He ended up taking his secures. It's pretty easy for like APOC to get a good secure on the current crisis set because he ends up playing Guardians, Flip, X Flips, Strike Team, and Madman, all pay to flip. And then the last one's usually like an Infinity Formula or a Power Overload or something. I do like the Infinity Formula here for APOC. It's like the least bad choice because you can still play the 17, which I think is APOC's best threat. If I was going to bring something like Power Overload or Scoundrels, I think you're going to end up playing it a lot. You're going to open yourself up to a lot of weirdness like Kingpin or yeah, mostly Kingpin or some other things, but I don't think APOC is that good on Infinity Formula itself, but the threat I think is what you're playing it for. So I end up taking that just because I don't want to preferably not play on pay to flip. Okay. So we get both 17 extracts out of my list. I mean, I'm running 3 of them right now. Definitely gonna switch this because I'm not super happy about that, but he ends up taking in Wedding Guest instead of samples here. I think I probably would have taken samples if I was APOC player. I mean, we both run Toad, so we both get the bonus most likely, but he's going to be able to shoot my Toad on round 1. In fact, I'd probably have to like run Bill into it, and maybe I don't have the bonus VP or something. I don't know. It's kind of a mess. I think APOC's really good on samples. But I think his logic was that he wanted a slower game to attrition me. So maybe he correctly read my list and that it's more scenario focused. But hard to say. So we end up picking Wedding Guest and Infinity Formula. So basically the double box shape. I end up playing this team. Bill, Nova, Star-Lord, Echo, and Toad. I definitely want to play Guardians instead of Sam into APOC because I just want more punch on my models. I had to be able to kill the Horseman. I find Sam gets shut down by Pestilence and Mystic Attacks. It's not super great. Even like the condition removal on Sam is not super important, whereas like Star-Lord doesn't care that much about the conditions really. Nova removes them when he takes a walk action, so Bill's immune to some stuff, so it's just a better team. End up taking Nova's card, Recal, Survival, Sack, Warpath. Recal I always take against APOC to recal some kind of war attack that's coming at me, get rid of the mods. Sack is Sack. Survival I love into APOC because what you can do is the best thing you could do against APOC is like keep priority on him. The problem is a lot of times the crisis scenario, the crisis that comes up doesn't let you play one narrower than him. So if you like daze his models before they activate, you have to give him priority, which can be, and then like APOC's really good at removing models with priority. So what Survival does is it lets me go last to score points. Like I can overextend something to get some kind of VP lead, and then I can survival the model generally, so I don't lose. So like giving away priority is not that bad. And then it comes down to like Warpath versus Indom. I don't know, you could go either way. Indom probably good into Beast Throw. Warpath is random usefulness, so it's a wash. I'm expecting my opponent to play the normal 17, APOC, Magic, Beast, Gambit, and Toad. He ends up playing 80% of that. He has a Deadpool instead of a Gambit. I still really like Gambit a lot more than Deadpool here. You'll see why here in a minute. He ends up taking the normal cards, and he has Fallback, Recal, Servants, Journey to Limbo, and his other, I think he has a Sacrifice. Yeah. It's a normal horse or APOC tactics card loadout. So he's priority. He puts Toad in the middle. I counter with my Toad in the middle. There's no world where like either Toad is going to be grabbing an enemy side extract here, and there's just like too much offense on both sides. You just risk dazing immediately. So I'm just going to have my Toad double move to whatever flank makes the most sense. So it's easy first deployment. All right, we got Deadpool coming down. On my left side here, I don't love the deployment that's like, I mean, I guess Deadpool is a range 5 shot, so if your opponent overextends a little bit, you can shoot them, but I just like don't really see that happening. Deadpool doesn't have the power to famine on round 1 unless you get like a war attack in, and even then, I don't think you want to spend tokens like that. You'd have to get lucky, or your opponent would have to make a mistake. So I would have rather had Deadpool kind of be deployed in the middle too, so he can go wherever, and whatever the matchups make the most sense. I don't have any mystic attacks though, so the Deadpool, his benefit doesn't really matter a whole lot. So I'm debating here. I kind of want to refuse flank with Bill as much as possible. You saw that in my last game. So I'm going to put Star-Lord down. I do deploy Star-Lord in line here because on the off chance he makes a shot at me, or overextends up a little bit, I want to be able to shoot him. And I feel pretty happy. Like, I don't really see any desire for my Star-Lord to be on the other side, partially because there's cover on the bus stop. There's not really any cover on this side, so he definitely can shoot better here. Okay, he's deploying APOC. Looks like deploying the middle. There's some weirdness with the terrain. APOC looked like he could fit, so I think it's just the colliders being weird. So I end up just moving the light post back just to make this easier. It's not really going to affect the game at all. Yeah, just slide it back. Cool. Okay. Still putting Bill on this side. So with his APOC being slightly hedged towards my right side, I put Bill there mostly to anticipate him going to that side. I really want APOC to get tied up from Bill. Bill's like my best model, survive APOC attacks. He's just the best at wasting time, which was also my last video. So I'm anticipating the APOC to come to this side just because he's hedged that way, and it's a lot easier for him to make an attack on round 1. With that knowledge, I'm going to put Bill on that side. My opponent deploys Magic, probably to counteract the Bill. I don't know. He's got 3 Mystic Defense. You put the Magic in front of him. I guess that makes sense. I mean, but my Bill somehow survived a War Magic at squad goals too, so her work's cut out for her. I'm going to put Echo in the middle here so that I can pick the matchup however I want. That being said, I actually think this is a misplay in my deployment. It's not a misplay in terms of like game losing, but it is like something that could get optimized. Whereas like putting her in the middle on this crisis is she's never going to be able to shoot anything on round 1. So I should probably hedge her on a side. That way she could walk, shoot that side, or she could double walk to the other side. So I definitely should be shifting her over to my left a little bit more because currently she's not going to be able to shoot anything. Okay, he puts Beast down in the middle. Yeah, I mean, if you're the APOC player on this setup into my team, I would be looking at just trying to keep my beast alive. I wouldn't be looking to try to like get the most value out of Pestilence. My number one plan is like, how can I have beast be effective and not be dead? Because I was just like Nova and Star-Lord and Echo are just like all really good at killing beast. Okay, I'm gonna put Nova here because he'll be able to make a shot into the back line, long move, range 4. Plus, like, Nova is one of my characters that can punch hard, kind of, if dice cooperate. So, and if I'm anticipating the APOC to go to my right side, Bill's gonna refuse flank. Bill's only job is to hold the thing and like not die as long as possible. And I need Nova and Echo to push into this top left corner for me, like where Deadpool is, because their job is to try to get the thing off of his models. So that way I have 3-to-1 extracts, and then we can just coast the game from there. Okay. The normal horseman assignments, it's War Magic, Famine Deadpool, Death Toad, Pestilence Beast. I end up winging it on Star-Lord, Echo, and Nova. They're my only ranged attackers. Bill and Toad are going to be grabbing things on round 1. Okay, roll second prio. I end up winning second prio. It's very unusual for me. Look at my Longshank stats. I think my second prio win rate is like 30%. Pretty happy about that because I would like to go first into APOC on round 2. Definitely preferable. So I'm just gonna activate Toad here because it's the most like inconsequential thing. This is just gonna happen. There's nothing really threatening my Toad, so there's no reason to not do this first. He's gonna pick up the thing, stand behind the building, stand on the point. Okay, my opponent opts to go with the Deadpool. He's gonna pick up the thing. I mean, this Deadpool's Famine, so you make the token on round 1. Pretty straightforward. There was some weirdness with the terrain collision that I need to fix here. Basically, he just wants his Deadpool to stand. Essentially, he just wanted his Deadpool to stand on this bus stop, which is definitely in range 1. He could do that, but the terrain was like, the collider was not right. So we ended up just leaving him there. I need to go back and fix that terrain. But honestly, I think this is sort of a misplay because yes, you have cover, but you're 4 health and you are going to take a shot from Nova being that far up. I think if you're max 1 back on the secure, Nova can't shoot you. Which it's better to just not get shot than get shot with cover. Okay, I'm gonna pick up this thing with Bill again, and that's another thing that has to happen, that you can just hold shooting activations. Gonna put Bill as far away as possible, just because the whole plan of this flank is for Bill to not die. Maybe I can pick up cover on the police car. Okay, skipping forward. He's gonna pick up the other extract with Toad. Yep, makes sense. We're just gonna play the 4 not pass activations. Sits his Toad back as far as possible. Yeah, see, I like this, right? So like, weirdly enough, the cover being there kind of like forced an error maybe on the left side. Yeah, so you can see that my Echo is not in range here to shoot anything, which I think is an error. If she was hedged better, she could have made a shot, which feels really good into Deadpool, who is a reroll in the cover, who just doesn't get any of it. And I have like Death Dancer and winging it, so. Okay, gonna play Nova because he'll be able to make this attack. Star-Lord did nothing to shoot yet, and Echo nothing to shoot yet, so we just play the Nova. So I'm debating faster than light here. Essentially, if I high roll and one-shot Deadpool, I want to be able to retrieve his thing. So paying for faster than light here lets me do that. I can do the range 2 teleport and pick up his thing. Probably be on the building too. So basically, I'm putting the range 2 down to see where I will end up. The medium stick is a measurement for models dropping extracts. Essentially, if you're if you're trying to figure out if you'll be able to pick up an extract from someone who drops it, you can put the medium stick on them, and if the medium stick touches you, you'll be in range. So yeah, definitely be in range after the fast sunlight, just on the chance that we get a high roll here. All right, 6 dice into Nova. Sorry, into Deadpool. Got the wing it. He's got cover. Roll pretty okay on it. Got the judgment. He's no blocks. I do wing it. Get 4 on it. He still has no blocks. He takes cover and lives on 1. Got the judgment. I get the place from faster than light. Definitely error on my side here. Both my opponent and I forgot that Nova must push. For some reason, I thought it was optional. So that's definitely something I learned, and that's an error here. Thankfully, I don't think it matters a whole lot. And you'll see later on in the game, there was a second time I forgot about that. This time, I would say maybe it advantages me slightly, but the time later in the game, it advantages my opponent, definitely. Definitely going to anticipate APOC to come in, or maybe even the Magic. Yeah, probably Magic. So, skipping forward, yeah, Magic just double moves to this point. She's outside of 4 Bill. She could limbo and shoot my Bill, but like the math that she does damage is horrible because of DR and uses 4 dice. And then he would leave the Magic open to getting shot by Star-Lord. Which, I mean, unintuitively maybe isn't that bad, but I don't know. I hate getting shot by Star-Lord too, so I probably wouldn't do it. This is like, if he just like spikes and one-shots you on round 1, it's terrible. It's so funny. Like, I play a lot of Star-Lord, and like, the combination of like winging it and plucky attitude, I always just like feel pretty good about Star-Lord doing like some amount of damage. Whereas like, I'll play Cyclops, and Cyclops just like never does any damage. He loses all the mods that Star-Lord has. It's like much more reliant on wilds with no mods. It's just like, it's such a disaster. So he's a threat more. Silly. All right, so moving the Star-Lord here. He's on the point. He's in cover on the building. I have range 4 on Magic just to pressure and activation if I need to. And on the off chance I want to, again, this flank's only purpose is for Bill to hold this extract. I don't care about anything else here. So if APOC's going to come in and I can kind of offer up my Star-Lord, who's not scoring anything, and he's going to shoot him instead, that's even better. I probably have cover into the APOC shot. I got winging it on him. I got plucky. Like, my math to get 1 tapped is really low. And maybe I even get power to like, then I could spender people and put shocks out. Okay, can't get range 4 Toad, so yeah, whatever. We're just gonna park there. Maybe I get lucky and my opponent shoots Star-Lord instead of Bill, like I said. Okay, so yeah, that flank's pretty wrapped up. So Star-Lord's gonna go, or APOC's gonna go. My opponent Famine's first, which is correct because then you can move and measure the range onto what you need. A lot of people would maybe like walk and then Famine, and they can't measure the range, and it's just like kind of an inefficiency. Okay, APOC, Famine, walk. He leaves 1 token up for a reroll. It's good. He's got 3 on both. Yeah, so definitely have cover here on Star-Lord because we're outside of range 2. I measured the line of sight cover here. We agree that my build does not have cover into APOC. So like, if I'm an APOC player, I'm definitely shooting this build because I got to get work done here. Maybe I get the root out immediately, and that helps kill him. Because like, the longer this build ties up this flank, the more trouble you're in. Because like, the other flank is just going to lose. And this is like kind of the problem with map B, right? Where like, if you commit models to a side early, and you're so locked into that flank because both flanks are so far away. Now APOC can get around this with like Celestial Tech if you're able to play him in the mid and you can pull models across flanks. But I don't see a lot of APOC players do that. Basically, like, if you're somebody who's trying to like get better playing APOC, like the two things that separate like top players and, you know, mid and everyone else is like how good are you at looking ahead to see when you'll need a celestial tech? And a nice to have is like, do you ever use remade through me to get incinerates or shock or bleeds or whatever? Okay, so he actually shot my Star-Lord here, which I'm happy he took the bait. I actually just ended up blocking super well on this. He rolled pretty well on it, but so he got 5 on it. So like even if I block nothing here, I'm still not dying because of cover. But I ended up just blocking all of it, so I can't ask for much more than that. And burn the wing it because there's nothing else to use it on. I get shocked for my troubles. It's fine. Yeah. So like, yeah, dude. If APOC like spikes here, then he can like celestial tech the magic on round 2, and she can just double tap without having to spend power into this line. It like feels really good, but I'll be able to avoid that. All right, so Echo's gonna double move. Can't shoot Deadpool, which is what I would have wanted, but that's okay. Definitely not gonna shoot. We do not want to shoot APOC. That's a waste of time. So we're just gonna double move somewhere. Kind of want her in the middle of the table so that she can kind of go to whichever flank is necessary. So I'm looking to see if I can get in like range 4 or Toad and like maybe sit outside of... Well, actually, Echo has stealth here. She's on the building, so you could sit in range 4 magic. It's fine. Since I got charge, I'm just going to hang out somewhere in the middle of this table. Definitely thinking about activating Echo first next round because I want to run her into the Deadpool. That way I leave Nova up later in the round because he has a bunch of displacement and she doesn't. There's like some quick pre-measuring of like long move charge to get on a point. Yeah. So he's got Beast. This is where he was expecting to Pestilence like my Nova and my Toad, but yeah, he's definitely not deployed right for that. Hey, he's just out on all of it. Pestilence Nova is a waste of time. He opts to end up placing his Beast next to Echo to slow her, which I like this play since you have nothing else really to do. There's just like a minor annoyance for Echo, but luckily she has charge range 4 guns, so we can still... That ignores cover, so she doesn't need to be next to anybody, so we can just be in range of Deadpool anyways. Alright, 4-all here. So measuring just like... Can I charge and shoot Deadpool? So yes, so we're going to put the winging it up. So yeah, my winging it's go on Nova, Bill, and Echo because Nova's just my best character, or he's like my highest threat character, so he's pretty much going to have winging it every round. Bill gets a winging it because his job is just to survive, and then Echo's job is to get the thing off Deadpool. Star-Lord and Bill are not really relevant right now. Anything I get out of Star-Lord is just value, and Toad is not really at risk of dying. Okay, yep, gonna do what I said. Open up with Echo, charge into Deadpool. Alright, 4 dice, no mods into Echo, got earned a Deadpool, got the winging it token. I feel pretty good about that. Roll really good. Yeah, Deadpool's just like double skull locked. He can't even like recal this really. It's just dead. Alright. Debating whether I want to pick this up with my Echo. Now, the thing is, I make a power from the attack. I can easily walk onto the point and pick up the thing Deadpool dropped. The thing is, I then give Beast something to do that has like high value and is relatively safe for him. Like Beast can just like walk, builder me, throw terrain at me. He's pretty high odds to like do all of that. So, and then like I also get Echo like further away from my team if he just like throws me into his backline. Whereas like I could put the thing on the ground and ask Beast if he wants to walk into my Nova, which I can like. So even if I don't kill Beast, I put damage into him and I up the attrition level for him just trying to keep parity. And like Beast wouldn't even be on his secure, so like Nova could like walk faster than light, 8 dice punch Beast on energy, and I would still score that both the secures on this flank. So I end up just like leaving the thing on the ground, and like Echo can just stand on the point. Yeah. So now it's like, if he wants to deal with Echo, he's like not really getting the extract, not on the point. Like, if I'm him, I am activating APOC, and you got to get two shots on on this Bill. But even then, it's like kind of a mess, right? Because like I've sacrificed, I've recal, I've armor. Like Bill's got enough power because of the Infinity Formula. This is like why I don't like Infinity Formula with APOC, because like your opponent's stuff is just online constantly, and it's like it's not pay to flip, so like you're kind of relying on APOC to actually kill things because he has no displacement. Whereas with pay to flips, he can just be fast and run around and flip points. So you're like less reliant on his attack dice doing something. So his models aren't really at risk of dying at this point, so he just opts to activate the Toad and kind of just chill. I think that's fine. I believe I do the same. I am kind of just like waiting for... I don't really want to power up Magic or APOC. Like my Starlord's got cover into APOC. There's not really like... If he wants to use Famine, I'm fine with that. I'm not getting war attacked. I don't really want to power up anything before they activate. So I end up just leaving Toad where he is because there's not really any kind of danger. And just move him back a little farther. So yeah, see, this is where he's going to spend all of his power on Magic to limbo her into the game. And she's not even going to be on the point right now either. So like, you're just like really hoping that her dice connect because you're probably going to limbo in, spend 2 tokens on the war. And if you miss that attack, it's a disaster. So like, I honestly just don't hate playing Starlord or playing APOC here. I think you just got to shoot this Bill. You've got to get something done into him. I think you have to make 2 attacks because of recal and sacrifice existing. But you've already committed Bill to the Bill flank, so like you're kind of at this. There's like you can't have APOC rotate this early in the game. Just like walk to Toad, because ideally you'd be shooting a Toad and feel better about it, but you just like can't take the tempo loss to change flanks. This is why, again, this is why I don't like map B. You just like get locked into these decisions. It's like very punishing. So this is again into Starlord. He's got 3 crits on it. Pretty whatever APOC roll at the end of the day. Sorry, this was into Bill. This is actually correct, but I'm anticipating needing to use recal on the second attack because this attack was kind of whatever. So I'm going to use my winging it's when I get max values. I'm not skull locked or anything. Try to pick up extra blocks. So yeah, didn't get any blocks. I spend 1 to reduce. I end up taking 2 damage. Not going to move up because then we turn on like war and stuff like that. He didn't get root on me, which is quite good. So yeah, he declares a attack into Bill again. I end up just burning the sacrifice here because I really just want Bill to survive. I'm going to activate Bill next. He's just going to, like, chill. So, I just need Bill to not die here. Starlord blocked 1. Doesn't get cover because of sacrifice, but you know, APOC rolled bad again. Again, Infinity Formula. Just praying that your attacks do something. Alright, take 1. No wilds still. APOC can famine somewhere. I think he was thinking about famining onto the building. I don't think that does anything for him. That, in fact, that probably just gets him built, throw him into the corner of the table. He ends up famining onto my points, which I think is fine. I mean, you're just going to get tossed by Bill, but there's not really much else you could do here. The APOC is just fighting a flank that is just going to just tie him up for way too long, in my opinion. Alright, Bill's going to throw APOC. Essentially, I don't want to hit Magic because I really don't want to power her up. If I had old terrain rules, I would definitely throw him into her, but not the reality anymore. So I'm looking to dodge this bench and dodge Magic. So maybe we either stop in front of Magic or hit the garbage pile here. Either one is fine. Alright. Into the garbage pile, got lucky and got him off the point. Didn't even get on the point either. Dodge Magic. Pretty sweet. I end up just leaving Bill there because there's not really much else to do. The fact that he only has Magic left to activate, I kind of want to leave both my models on the secure because then I can score it, assuming Magic doesn't kill anything. So, take that gamble. It's still slightly too early for Bill to walk away. We're going to probably look at walking away next round. Thankfully, Magic with 3 power limbo can't get to range 2 of Bill, so she can only get 1 more attack into him, potentially, which I guess I don't have power for recal now, but it's okay. Okay, so Magic limboing forward, not on the point, not in range 2 of Bill, so I guess he's just taking an attack into Star-Lord. He chooses to not spend his tokens on board. I think that's a mistake here. You really want Magic making as many high-quality attacks as possible. Because ideally you'll do damage, which will give you a token and a power, and you can ward the second shot. Now that being said, he rolled horrendously bad on Magic, just not doing any damage. So I think you just take the miss here and spend the tokens and do another war attack. Okay, well he got lucky. He got both rerolls to convert. So I end up taking 2 here, and he gets a token back. I opt to play Warpath here because it's just like an easy way to get value out of Warpath when I don't know if I will have another chance to do that. Basically, I can Warpath Star-Lord up, and then he can double shot Toad instead of just getting 1 attack. So think about Warpath here. I'm gonna play it. Alright, walk up. On the off chance that my Star-Lord lives here, I get a double tap into Toad, so that feels pretty sweet. And Magic's not on the point anyway, so Bill's going to score the secure. Block 1. Magic rolled bad again. He did war this one, though, so he's got 2 with the Pierce. I'm going to Plucky since I'm not blocking anything, I believe. Yeah. Picked up a block, actually, so I'll take damage. Nice, Star-Lord lived. Now we get an easy double shot into Toad. Alright, so since I'm on 5 power, definitely gonna hit and run Spender here because I want the biggest dice pool into the first shot into Toad as possible because I would like to one-shot him. I don't want him slippering away from me. And a hit and run is just to follow him if he survives in slipperies. Get a wild, look good. He blocks 1. He's alive on 1, so it's pretty good. Okay. So I was thinking about bleed here. I was like, yeah, I bleed him, and then he's like nowhere to go next round. But then I realized I was like, he could slippery onto the building, and so it's probably better just to slow him. That way we can walk on the point. He can't really go anywhere, and I can still shoot him again. So we put slow out. He has to slippery first before I walk because slippery's after the attack is resolved, and hit and run is 2 actions. So Toad's realizing he can't walk away from me. He's gonna just walk next to APOC and probably sacrifice into this, which I'm very happy with. I'm super happy to just burn the sacrifice for essentially just like very little cost on my end. So we're gonna roll 4 dice into Toad. He ends opposite sack to APOC, which I think is correct. Like there's just no world you can go down every extract this round. So APOC just takes whatever. It takes 2 on. I rushed rolled 5 on 4. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Star-Lord hits, Cyclops doesn't. What can I say? He's got Beast left. I got Nova. So again, I'm just asking him. It's like, do you want to walk into this Nova? I mean, honestly, I think you're the APOC player. Like, you gotta just roll dice, right? Like, you gotta see. This is the problem. Like, if you're APOC, you have priority, right? So you could get a daze here with Beast into Echo, and then you can go for prio kill. Like, if you get really lucky, you could like walk, builder, Echo, spend token on reroll, whatever, and then like do some kind of collision damage to get a daze, and then you could go with priority Deadpool, activate, and try to KO Echo. But this is where survival comes into play. It's the same thing with like if I was Beast, maybe Beast comes over, attacks Star-Lord. If you do 1 damage, you can throw him into the wall and kill him, and then you could go with priority APOC activate and just kill Star-Lord, take him off the table. And you could like Celestial Tech Magic over so she can rotate, but again, survival just hoses all of this. So yeah, his Beast is like just kind of in a not great spot. He's got to just roll dice. I skipped ahead a little bit. So he rolled an attack. He walked and rolled an attack into Echo. He rolled 4 on it with the ambush, and I got 1 block. I get 1 from Death Dancer. I was skull locked, so I blocked 2, take 2. Nothing to use the winging it on. He ends up ambushing away from Nova, which I think is fine. Yeah, if you like can't get on the point and get the thing, that's like you're probably just risk dying. So I think you just stand there where you are. I don't know. It's tough all around. So he's gonna throw Echo off the point, which makes sense. So skipping ahead, he throws Echo into the building. It's fine. Take one. He ends up rooting her, which is like power neutral. Yeah. So now Nova just goes. He can't get the range 2 attack. So we'll walk onto the thing, gain 2 power, pick up the thing, faster than light, and gunshot beast. If we do damage, which is pretty likely, we can push him off the point and score 2. So I declared a faster than light gun here. I just forgot to pay the cost. So we get 3 with the judgment. I'm gonna burn the wing it. 4 with the judgment into nothing. Sweet. Yeah, pay the 2 for faster than lights. Yep. And then get the push here. Yeah, this is me remembering how the push works correctly. Pushing beast off the point. Placing onto the point. I should place outside of range 3 here. I think I eyeballed this really poorly. Yeah, it was just like extremely in. It's like just terrible eyeball. So, okay. Nova is, he's there. Gains a power for the attack. He's done. All right, yeah, so Star-Lord ties Toad on that secure. I end up scoring, I believe, 6 here. And my opponent scores 1. Yeah, so see, like, I don't even have any days models. I don't even have to play soccer or survival. And all the extracts are, like, on characters that are hard to deal with for me. And the 4th extract is just on a 1 health Toad. All right, gonna put winging it's on Star-Lord, Bill, and Nova. Basically just my extract holders that are basically just the models that are gonna tie him up the most. So I'm pretty open to how he wants to activate this. I don't really have much preference. If he just like doesn't deal with the Star-Lord, though, I'm just gonna kill the Toad and waste more of his time of having things he needs to deal with. Okay, so he goes with Toad, paying for death into Star-Lord. I like this a lot. You get value out of your Toad activation. You probably kill me. You get 3 tokens. It's pretty good. Okay, he's got 3. I'm blocking 1, dying. Gonna burn winging it here because it's probably higher. If I pick up 1 block, I live. It's like better than getting rid of a block with Plucky since I skulled 1. Still didn't get anything. Guess I Plucky now. Maybe praying to get 2. Dead. Okay. Not a big deal. Pretty expected. Toad makes 3 tokens. You're measuring a range 2 and APOC. Maybe you can do the heal with the Immortal Servants onto your Toad. Maybe it's alright. But I don't think that's... Okay, this is the part where I just run Bill away because all I care about is holding extracts. So just gonna run into the corner or run into the deployment zone. Could probably get cover. Yeah. See, you can see how like Bill or APOC and Magic are just like completely abandoned. It's like your Magic's on 2 power, she can't even limbo your APOC, she's nothing to attack. So like you just like by Bill walking away there, I just like remove 9 threat of his models from the round. It's pretty brutal. So I'm figuring Echo's gonna go down here, which is still fine. I still am not losing extracts. All right, Deadpool is spending 4. He spent a token and a power to do Famine. Takes the power off Nova. He's going to maximum effort Echo. So maybe hit the wild. You walk into Toad on the dance party, do an auto damage. Feels fine. 'Cause you gotta answer this Toad in some capacity. Echo blocks pretty well. Deadpool kills her anyways. So she's actually dying to this attack. She's blocking 3, taking 2. He doesn't have a wild, so you'll see here in a second. He ends up burning a token, or this is the karate reroll. Still no wild. He ends up burning 2 tokens here to try to reroll into a wild. One, there's If you're going to burn tokens to do rerolls trying to hit a wild, you probably should reroll one of your crits as well, because I'm already dying to the damage. So I think you'd want to roll as much dice as possible to hit a wild. But secondly, even if you miss this, you can just do leg day. You already have famine. You have leg day. So you can just leg day next to the toad. I don't think the 2 or 3 tokens is worth one really low odds on 1 damage. But he actually pays out for him. He does hit the wild, but I still don't think this is useful because you're going to want the rerolls into the toad anyway, because you need to one-shot toad. So Echo goes down, and like even if you hit the dance party trigger, like you're still not making power to maximum effort again. You're going to be 1 short. Okay. So now he's just gunshotting toad or something like that, with no rerolls, like no token rerolls. So like, I would have loved, if I was him, I probably would have. I would have killed the Echo, not gotten the dance party, leg date onto the point, and then stab toad with the swords and have rerolls on it with the token and hope you get him. Well, not getting toad with that block, so it didn't matter in the end. He missed a rapid fire. I didn't take any damage. So see, now he's gonna like leg day, but it's like, where are you even leg daying? You could have just leg dayed here to begin with. I also don't think this is a great use of power either. I think you just let your Deadpool live where he was, and because the chance he like lives next round, you actually can maximum effort again. All right, so since I lost Echo and Star-Lord, I can actually take an activation here and keep priority. So I'm definitely looking at killing this beast with Nova here. So I definitely misplay this because I declare a gunshot with Nova and the beast. My problem is I should have faster than lighted this, anticipating a fallback. Now I guess if I do 1 damage, he would fall back first, and then I would push him farther, and I probably wouldn't be able to attack him. So I don't know. I just like misplayed this because he's gonna fall back here if he lives. So I got 3 on it. So basically he's got 2 chances to reroll into a block to live, so I'm gonna burn the wing here. If I pick up one attack, he can't survive. So I actually missed that. He's at a reroll, ends up living. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid. I'm just gonna take the L. He's gonna fall back here. So my opponent's falling back right out of 4, which is before damage, which is correct. So here's where I missed the push again. I did 1 damage. I should be pushing him here. It's not a May, so this actually worked out in my opponent's favor because his beast would be even farther out of the game otherwise. All right, just gonna walk away from beast so that his activation doesn't really do anything. We can call for backup Deadpool off the objective, which then frees up Toad to leave this point and still get the secure if I want to. And I just like don't see myself getting value out of call for backup the rest of this game. Me not remembering that this is push any direction, not just away. So skipping ahead, we're just going to push Deadpool behind the building, just separate his models as much as possible. All right, so APOC is choosing to chase down my Bill. Again, we're going to famine hop, we're going to walk, we're going to shoot a Bill that's in cover. It's like, oh yeah. Okay, walk famine, shooting Bill who's in cover. Yeah, see, this is just like, all my extracts are just like away from all of his models, and it's just like, it's so hard to get anything in position now. So we're going to shoot Bill who's in cover and picks up 3 blocks because of cover. So just probably not taking damage here. Yeah. Can reduce and take 0. I think he tilt plays Immortal Servants here. I don't think this is correct. I think you keep APOC's power for Celestial Tech next round. You got to get models into the game. And it's like you're still just your math to do damage into Bill, I think is just bad. All right. Block 1, don't get cover this time. He's still rolling bad, so he rolled worse. Yeah, so I pass here since he has 2 activations. I don't really have anything to do with Toad. He leaves magic on the point. Toad's just gonna screw around this Deadpool. I don't really want to give this Deadpool that much power. I really don't want to get maximum effort it again. So I'm just going to stand on this objective away from 2 of Beast so that he can't like throw my Nova into my Toad because I could die. I have 3 health. So if I stand on the building, I can't get thrown in. I can't die to collision. So walking there, gonna make an attack into Deadpool, giving him cover on purpose so that my opponent maybe gets baited into taking it. Because I'll ideally the best roll here is just poison and no damage, which that ends up working out for me. So just giving him poison. Toad's done. Yeah, Beast just like can't really abandon this secure because he needs points, so he's just gonna hang out. Which I feel really good about, having a one health Beast ready to get rid of top of next round. Alright, skipping forward, Beast just hangs out there. He shakes Judgment. I end up scoring 3 extracts and the Nova secure, so it's 4. My opponent ends up scoring the 4, I believe. Yeah, he's got 3 secures in one thing. Yeah, so see now, yeah, if APOC didn't spend on the Servants, he would be able to Celestial Tech Magic in, and she could just double tap Bill. Granted, Bill's getting pushed by the Wedding Guest, but she's still gonna have to spend power on Limbo Step, whereas you could save that power for War Spenders or something, and just spend APOC's power instead. Because he doesn't really need it. He can use Tokens of Famine, worst case. Yeah, like, your Dream Opener is like, I'm gonna Daze Beast, and then you CT your magic in, and she's going to double tap Bill, kill him, pick up the thing, journey to Limbo APOC to the other flank, and you can actually like clean it up. It's still an issue because if Star-Lord just kills the Toad, I win if that's not answered. So it's a tough spot regardless. Okay, resolving the push on Bill from the Wedding Guest. Pushes him next to APOC. Okay, so my goal is to just Daze Beast here, because I just want to remove as many activations as possible. I don't have much fear that Toad can escape Star-Lord. I kind of just want to remove his most valuable activations. And even if I Daze Beast and then he runs Toad away, Star-Lord's still a VP unless like somebody comes to go deal with him. And Bill would probably just activate and throw APOC further into the corner, and I would walk away. So I just have too many points of threat here. Okay, debating Nova or Echo into Beast. Again, really prefer Echo to Daze Beast because she can't displace. And like her odds to get it done are pretty high. So I get a Charge Spender and do 7 Dicer. Okay. Echo, charging, spendering into Beast. Roll really bad on it. I probably should have winged her here instead of Nova. That's an error on my part. Missed 7 Dicer. Roll really well on it. It didn't end up mattering. I think you have to just burn Recal here in the hopes that your Beast survives, because I don't think you're going to be getting value out of Recal the rest of the game as the APOC player. Maybe 6 into 3. Yeah. Still dicey. He ends up dying. I pick up his thing. Or he's not holding anything. I just stand there. So yeah, here's where Magic like Limbo's in. And again, see, like, we're spending all of her power instead of APOC's power. That doesn't really have much value. Whereas like, if she gets CT'd in on 4 power, she can just start warring immediately and not spend all of her power and stuff. And then you can like war Spender potentially and be semi-immune to Recal because you count skulls. So this was like 2 with Pierce. I'm just burning the wing because I'm anticipating the Recal next round, next attack. Didn't get any blocks. I'm still taking 2. I'm gonna Warpath just to waste more time. I just spread my models out even farther is what I mean by waste time. Okay, another war attack into Bill. block pretty good, but his dice show up there, and I'm not even going to bother recalling this. I'm just going to die. I'll save the recal for like Nova or Toad or something. Okay. Not a huge deal. So now he's in a Journey APOC, which is a good play. So, I mean, everything ended up working out for him. But there is also like the chance that you one-tap Magic if you see Teeter, and then she can walk onto the secure in the corner and be scoring another point. So, okay, so now if I kill Toad, I win the game. APOC's just too far away to deal with that. So, could also just like, I don't really want to run a model away right now, because if I run a model away and then he activates the other model or dazes the other model, then like I could not get enough points. So I kind of just take the risk, and I'm like, if Star-Lord just does 1 damage to the Toad, I win. Don't have Nova Beam into Toad either, so. Using Hit and Run here to follow a Slippery, which was an error on my part, because Toad can't Slippery, he's on 1 health. If he takes damage, he's dead. So that was an error. I should have just Spendered right off the rip. Rolled bad. Using Winging It here because if I pick up successes, he can't live. My third Winging It that's done nothing. Uses tokens to live. In fact, honestly, I should have just not used the Winging It there, because I was already killing him. He had to reroll to live, and then that way I save my Winging It for my next attack, assuming he rerolls into blocks. So now I've just wasted the Winging It on nothing. Okay, I'm gonna Spender, really hoping to kill him here. Rolled really bad again, but thankfully we get it done exactly. Yikes. All right. Well, that's just game then. Yeah. So now APOC's he's gonna go. So basically, if I'm him, here's what you do. The math on double tapping something is basically the same as if you get 1 attack with War. And at this point, I think you're just walking with APOC and you're War punching Toad, since there's no sacrifice left. And you're just gonna try to 1-tap him. You're gonna have to shoot through the recal. Potentially, so, but still, like, I think it's better than the 2-tap or Burning Famine here. Even this is another trap that like a lot of APOC players run into, right? They're using Famine every round on APOC because he's just always out of position. You definitely want to be using War as much as possible, or Death or something like that, or even Pestilence. Granted, Pestilence hard on this map because, again, Infinity Formula. Okay, so he famines in, takes the power off Nova. He's going to shoot my Toad. Toad blocking pretty well. APOC continue to roll pretty bad. Currently taking 0. I actually really want a Slippery here, so I'm going to have Nova reroll one of these blocks with World Mind. Yeah, maybe we reroll out of a block and then we take 1 and Slippery away. Yeah, so it worked out. I take 1, get rooted. Still have 3 power to spend on the Slippery. We can walk behind the building here. Just line of sight APOC. Okay, he's just going to shoot Nova now, which I don't really care about. It's like definitely not dying to this. Still have recal money and Winging It's. So he got 6. Pretty good hit. I'll just take the 4. Get shocked, doesn't matter. I just take it off. Alright, gonna activate Nova here just since he's a higher power activation. I'm just gonna walk away from the Deadpool because the game's closed out. I mean, score more points. Walking, I was not in range to double walk to the secure because Matt B. And so I'm just gonna walk and beam Magic. Maybe there's a world where like I can beam her faster than light, push her, and then place 2. Like, place 1 off her after she's pushed, and then place 2 to get on the objective. I just eyeballed it, but that was my logic. So I actually roll, I think, 6 on this, which she ends up just blocking nothing, even after rerolls and gets 1 shot. It's like kind of funny. So yeah, he blocks nothing and dies. So I don't even get the push. That is, I'm not getting on the secure. So I just walk behind the car. Place the thing next to Bill. Yeah, so that's just game over. So Deadpool's gonna come in. He's gonna just like kill my Toad. It's fine. I burn a recal for fun. He one-shots Toad, picks up things, stands on next to Echo. He'll score over Echo because Deadpool's healthy on the injured side. And I believe the final score was 17-12. But yeah, so good game. You can see a lot of my unfamiliarity with Nova. Like, I'm still working on some stuff with him, but this is like the trap of like map beat with Bill, just like refuse flanking. Also think like I was able to dictate the matchups very heavily in my favor, which worked out pretty well. So yeah, thank you for watching.